Oh, we got a morph ball. That's right. Like that. Okay. That one you gotta do for morph ball. Alright, Botswoon. Show us what you got. I only need to hit you with 10 supers, and I don't have any movement issues in this room. There was another time. I worked overnights at this office. I worked a shift from 11 p.m. to 7:30 in the morning. And so I typically never saw Nancy. Got a lot of goddamn emails from her, but I never saw her that much. But sometimes we do like trainings or things. I'd have to go in on, not my off days, but like they changed my schedule for. I'd have to go in like during the evenings or afternoon or something for a training. And every single one, without exception, Nancy had something to say to me. There was one actually where we were training an employee who was going to be doing. She wasn't going to be doing an overnight shift. Maybe she was. Maybe we were training for. It was a late night shift in any event, and you go through your whole training, but then the first time you're doing like your actual late night shifts, they want a manager on the floor for you for whatever reason. And for this girl that they were training up, Nancy was there late at night. Not all night. I think she left at like... Had to have been like 3 in the morning or so that she finally was able to leave. Like she finished up training this girl. Probably the girl's shift then was like 7:30 to 3. So Nancy was doing a 7:30 to 3 shift. Which means already she wasn't in a good mood. I mean, Nancy's never in a good mood. Nancy! Ever in a good mood. But in a particularly bad mood tonight because she had to come into work from 7:30 to 3 or something stupid. I take my lunch break from 2 a.m. to whatever. No, from 1 to 2 it was. So maybe Nancy left at 2. In any event, that day there was some kind of celebration in the office. I don't know why. There was some kind of... Maybe there was like a new training program or something. But there was a big pizza party, so there was like 8 pizzas or whatever in the place. I went on my lunch break. I must have clocked out at 1 and came back at 2. And there was nothing in the wall there. Just rude. Alright, so this is Dragon. We do get one more check here. If it's Phantoon, we can go back to wrecked ship. It is the Dragon. So Phantoon is down in lower Norfair, so that's our next stop. So yeah, I clock out for lunch, and I went out and got myself some lunch somewhere, probably at McDonald's or Taco Bell, what the hell else is open at 1 a.m. I come back. I'm on my lunch break. I'm off the clock. I'm not getting paid. Nancy comes over to my desk. I'm eating my lunch or whatever. It's like, you know, Richard, actually, we had pizza in the break room for everybody. And part of me was like, are you really? Like, there's so much wrong with that. Like, okay, for one thing, it's my lunch break. It's my time. I get to clock out and do whatever I want. Like, leave me the hell alone. Let me eat my tomato sandwich or whatever the hell I had, right? Another thing, like, yeah, there was pizza, like, 5 hours ago. And there's 14 slices left that have been sitting there, and they're cold and disgusting now. Like, I don't want to eat the gross pizza that was brought in for the evening ship 5 hours ago. But she did. She came over to my desk and was like... I don't remember exactly how she worded it. I got bombs, which is kind of fun. So let's actually mark down that Dragon goes to Dragon, and we've killed Dragon, and we got bombs. And my plasma beam is now in logic. I think it's going to require me to gravity jump out of the room. No, I can bomb jump out of the room. I'm fine. I can gravity jump out of this room, though. So we'll go check plasma beam, and then we'll go to lower Norfair. How's that sound? She gave me this little speech about how she wouldn't want to like have to tell the other managers like during the day. She wasn't my manager. I should point that out. Like she was never in charge of me. She was a manager in the office, but she wasn't. I didn't answer to her. Like I didn't have to do anything. Like she wasn't allowed to give me tasks. If she did, other managers could override them. Like she didn't have any authority over me, but I wouldn't want to tell whatever my manager's name was at the time, like that you're not a team player. I really think next time there's an office event, you might consider showing up to the event. I don't think I probably didn't sass her. I typically don't sass people at the office, even if they don't have authority over me. But like I'm thinking, like, why would I come in hours before my shift to eat pizza with people I don't want to be around? Like the whole point of me having this middle of the night shift is I don't have to look at you people. So she thought because I didn't come to the office events that it might have been a nice gesture to at least eat some of the pizza that the managers had bought, instead of leaving the office on my lunch break and getting whatever it was I wanted to eat. I could probably just keep going with the Nancy stories, man. I probably really could. Nancy. Oh, she was awful. There was a, we had little office tasks that would be given out. You could put yourself on a sign-in sheet. You didn't have to ever do any of these if you didn't want to, but if you wanted to do the extra tasks to get the extra production credit, which could help you like get bonuses and stuff, you could put your name on a little sheet, and they would find work for you, and they'd put work on your desk. Usually this was like stuff like stuffing envelopes. Stuffing envelopes was the big one, because there was always envelopes to stuff. Part of my job in the middle of the night was to work the mailroom. I was stuffing hundreds and hundreds of envelopes anyway. It's just part of my shift. It was just part of my job. And sometimes it was a big part of my job. Like I would go in and spend 5-6 hours stuffing envelopes. I mean, it wasn't terrible. I would get my laptop and put movies on or whatever while I was stuffing. Like I got to be chill about it. In fact, that's how I first discovered GDQ. It must have been... I remember stuffing envelopes, and I just finished watching Wreck-It Ralph for the 8th time. And I turned on YouTube, and some of the AGDQ 2012, I think, archives were playing, and I think that's how I learned about AGDQ, which I now love. Ooh, 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 it's missiles! I think we're bomb jumping out of this room, fam. I don't think we have an easy way out of this room. I think it's bomb jumping on up. But anyway, I'm going to try double bomb jumping just to see. Nope, not happening. Never mind. Failed experiment. Nancy would always, like on Friday, she would leave for her shift. I would come in Friday nights at 11 for my shift, and a lot of times there'd be stuff for Nancy like, Richard, I noticed that you didn't sign up for any extra work this week, so I went ahead and put 4 boxes of mail to stuff on your desk. Not here, like, I noticed you didn't sign up for extra production. Not, hey, we really need this stuff, could you please take some time out of your night and make sure this gets done. It was, I noticed you didn't have enough work, cough, cough, even though you totally do. I ignored it. Whoever came in for the early shift, the Saturday morning shift, I'm like, you know what, Nancy put all this on my desk. I'm not doing it. I'm not obligated to do it. I don't want to do it. If you want to do it for the production, go ahead. She didn't want to do it either. I don't blame her. Where am I going? Lower Norfair. No, Upper Norfair. There's a lot of checks I can do in Upper Norfair. I don't have a charge beam. I don't want to do Upper Norfair. Lower Norfair. We need to go... Oh, you know what? No, this is actually going to work out okay. I can go back to regular Norfair. I can do the Cathedral check. That'll take me back to... Oh, I got bombs now. I can just do this. Yeah, no, this will work out just fine. The Cathedral check is on the way through Norfair to Lower Norfair's entrance. I can check the ice beam stuff too while I'm there. I just don't want to go down to Crockmire. I just don't want to fight Crockmire yet. You know what? I better full clear Norfair, get everything out of there. I really had better. Why doesn't it think Crockmire is in... Oh, I don't have Speed Booster. Crockmire's not in Logic yet. Never mind. I can't get to Crockmire. I physically can't reach him. Nancy. Anyway. So the work didn't get done because she didn't want to do it. Nobody signed up for it. It, like, got to work. Monday night, sure enough, there's an email from Nancy. Richard, we gave you tasks to do. You need to do them. I remember that email. I responded to her. I CC'd my actual manager and, like, the office director lady, whatever her name was. I was very polite. I just pointed out, first of all, that Nancy's not my manager. You know, so-and-so was, and so-and-so didn't give me the work. And I attached my production sheets from the whole weekend showing that I wasn't, like, there was work to be done. I had mailroom work to do. Like, I probably did have time to do the stuffing if I really, really wanted to, but who wants to stuff envelopes, for God's sakes? Nobody. Except maybe Nancy. No, this isn't where I want to go. Am I lost? I think I'm lost. Oh, no. No. Crab Hole. Is it Crab Hole? No, it's not Crab Hole. Where is it? Oh, Red Brinstar. That's right. We gotta go to Red Brinstar. The entrance of this area takes us to the Red Brinstar elevator, and then the Red Brinstar hole takes us to Norfair. That's right. So yeah, I CC'd some actual managers, and she didn't get in. She probably got scolded, like, hey, you know, you can't be giving people work unless they're on your team. It's not, you're like overstepping here. How come you didn't, like, try to, like, at least assign the task to somebody on your team, you know? Somebody who has to do the work you assign them. No, she just assumed because I was there overnight, I didn't have anything else to do. So I saw the reply from my manager saying, oh, you know, Richard actually does have tasks at night. He has all the mailroom tasks, the production sheets that he gives us proves that, you know, he's got enough to do. So we'd appreciate it if in the future you just didn't give him the extra work. Feel free to assign the other work to... And then she listed some people that were actually on Nancy's team. Tuesday, I get to work. Nancy's there. She's there. She stayed late. Just so she could tell me it was inappropriate to send that email. She didn't want to email me that it was inappropriate to send that email, because then I could just, you know, reply to the email and CC my manager. No, she stayed friggin' late, like hours late. Like, her shift's over at 5 p.m. She works typical office hours. I don't get there till 11. She probably stayed there all evening, just micromanaging people and being a nuisance. Yeah, she stayed late, and she that was not the correct way to handle the situation. Okay, well, write me up for it then. Like, what are you going to do about it? This check here is a big boatload of nothing. Do some ice beam checks out here, and then we're going to go to Lower Norfair. I'm going to have to plot a course. I don't actually know the best way through to Lower Norfair from here. Yeah, I do. Norfair entrance goes directly there. Oh, it goes to the back door. Do I want to go to the front door? There's more checks that way. The front door... I don't have space jump. I can't do the front door. I mean, I could gravity jump up there, but it's kind of a pain in the neck to gravity jump up the front door. I'll go in the back door of Lower Norfair. We'll go down and kill Fantoon. And then by the time we clear out the few items in Lower Norfair and go through the wrecked ship, we should be stacked enough to kill Ridley. I really want to see the screw attack. That would be perfect to find the screw attack at some point. This goes to Lower Norfair. Sure does. So I need to make sure that we don't get killed by key hunters. This isn't a me and Nancy story, but there was a woman on Nancy's team. My manager was the early day manager. She got there at like 6 or 7 in the morning or whatever, because one of the people on her team is leaving his shift at like 7:30 in the morning. So she kind of has to be there. At least she was scheduled like that, first of all, because they want a manager on the floor all day long. And second of all, because there has to be somebody there to manage the overnight person, at least in the last hour or so of their shift, just in case there's training to do, or like a new system is rolled out, or like she has to go over something with me. Like that was her job. So she was there first in the morning. I got to see her every day. There's a spring ball. I do like a spring ball. And, oh my god, what story was I about to tell? I totally spaced. I saw spring ball and I got real excited. I don't even remember what story. There's so many. I could sit here forever telling terrible Nancy stories. She was the worst. We can go this way and get some item checks. So that's a big boatload of nothing. And up here, oh, I got a spring ball. I can just hold the spring ball and go all the way across. Haha! God, I don't remember the story I was going to tell. You know what? We gotta stop it with the Nancy stories. Somebody named Nancy's going to watch this and get really upset. Jeez. My grandma's name is Nancy. How dare you? Anyway, I don't associate the name Karen with terrible women. I associate Nancy. And I didn't have that connotation before I knew this woman, I should point out. What if I did? Like, what if I, like, grew up thinking the name, like, everybody named Nancy was just terrible, and then self-fulfilling prophecy? I don't like doing this check without the spring ball. Bum, bum, bum. I mean, space jump. I got spring ball. I want space jump. It's nothing! It was nothing. 2 more checks down here. No, 1 more check, because the Ridley check's going to be behind Ridley, even though I can't see the platform up there now. Yeah, I can. I don't have waves, so I can see where the platform kind of ends over there. Okay, so I can just wall jump up and off. I gotta wall jump off this thing's finger, like that. We got it. Okay, whew. Tricky if you can't see the floor, my goodness. Nancy. Anyway, I think Karen's a very pretty name, and when I made an RPG Maker game, I named the heroine of the game Karen. For no particular reason, just I like the name. In fact, I didn't name any of the characters after anything like symbolic, because I think that's a bit like pretentious and dumb. Honestly, in fiction, I don't like having a character that has like a really symbolic name. Shoutouts to Josh Odom for sponsoring this video. If you liked the video and you want to see more, please tickle my thumb, leave a friendly comment, and ring my little bell.